Imagine if you could get all of your website visitors to hang on your every word. If every click from Google were to stick and every visitor effortlessly converted themselves into loyal fans or customers, all while your search traffic continues to grow. That might feel impossible right now, but I'm going to share 8 SEO copywriting hacks that will help you do exactly that. I'm also going to introduce you to one of my most powerful personal copywriting techniques that you cannot find anywhere else. But first, do you know what's really amazing about human psychology? It's that we always want answers to questions, even if we have to wait a moment first. Do you know why? It's because our subconscious is programmed to find closure, and that kind of keeps us hooked until we do. I'll tell you how to take full advantage of that psychological flaw by creating open loops in a moment. This is a powerful way to keep people engaged, but first I want you to understand that if you start your content with a question, people will naturally be hooked in. You can use specific questions like, are you struggling to lose weight? Or something more simple like, it sounds crazy, right? Opening with a question will keep people hooked from the very first sentence because we are psychologically structured to be like that. The second SEO copywriting hack I like to use is the bridge model. It's a brilliant way to keep people reading, and you can execute it in 3 simple steps. First, you need to talk about the desired situation or where the reader wants to be. Next, you talk about the current situation or where they are right now to bring them down back to earth. And finally, you offer a bridge between the current situation and the desired situation. If we jump over to the full SEO copywriting post on my blog, you can see how I applied this method in the intro. First, we talk about the desired situation to keep people engaged. Then, we talk about the current situation and where they are now, right before delivering the bridge to help people reach their desired situation. I also did the same thing at the start of this video if you're paying attention. Next, I want to talk to you about open loops, which are one of the most powerful ways to keep people engaged. I'm going to show you how they work in a moment, but first, remember how opening your content with a question keeps people hooked in? That is because they need closure with an answer. And you can create open loops within your content that takes advantage of the same psychological principle. First, you tease readers with something that they want, and then you delay giving it to them. Take a look at the intro of this SEO case study post, for example. I show them the results before opening a loop of how we did it, which forces them to scroll down the page to close the loop. But the more that they scroll, the more open loops that they will find, like this one or this one where I tease the full link building strategy later. And if you didn't notice, I created an open loop about open loops earlier in this video. I'll tell you how to take full advantage of that psychological flaw by creating open loops in a moment. This is a powerful way to keep people engaged, but first I want you to understand that. And as we just closed that loop with this section of the video, now it's a good time to tell you that wasn't even the coolest trick in this video. In fact, the best trick goes against everything you've ever heard before, but I'm saving that to last. For now, let's talk about why you shouldn't save the best to last. In school, you were probably taught that good writing builds up to an amazing ending. You create a beginning, a middle, and an end, but it's all about that amazing ending. The problem with writing for the web is less than 30% of people are going to scroll down to your amazing ending. So you need to start with your most amazing content rather than ending with it. For example, with my case study post, I started by showing the results or the end first. But under traditional writing rules, I should have only showed that at the end. Instead, I'm using the end to hook people in at the start rather than saving the best to last. Next, we need to make sure that skim readers are hooked in, and the way we do that is by writing tantalizing headings and subheadings that keep people moving down your content. And I'm going to show you how to double down on that advantage in a moment. But first, I want you to understand that you should be using subheadings to sell people on that section of your content. For example, If I wanted to replace a bike chain, I might look at this page where they use the different steps of the process in headers to keep me scrolling down. Or you can get more creative with your subheadings and use them to tell a story. You might create an article called How to Relocate to Another Country, and then use different subheadings to tell the story. Then, just by reading the subheadings, people can get a solid grasp of the story, and each heading serves as an opportunity to catch skim readers' attention and pull them in to your writing. You could even spice it up a little, for example. You might write something like, How Coffee Saved My Life, and then break it down into tantalizing subheadings that are designed to tell your story while increasing the chances of catching skim readers' attention and hooking them in. Once you've upgraded your subheadings, we can double down with hack number 6, a table of contents. You might have seen these at the start of my posts, and I'll show you how to add your own table of contents in a minute. First, I want you to understand how powerful they are. The first thing that they do is increase your visibility in search results by adding extra links to all of those tantalizing headers you've written, which in turn helps you increase your click-through rate from Google. Secondly, this table presents additional opportunities to tease and hook people into your content from the start. All you need to do is install a free plugin like Table of Contents Plus, which will take care of the heavy lifting for you. And that brings me on to hack number 7, which is to use power words to create emotions and invoke action. If that sounds confusing, then just find the links under the video to these 2 books, which are jam-packed with power words broken down by description and benefit. For example, if you want to write a romantic copy, you could just flick to this page for ideas. These books sit on my desk and also include a bunch of extra copywriting tips and structures and much more for your quick reference. But the most important SEO copywriting hack of all is to optimize for something that I call attention efficiency, which basically means you say more with less. You see, where most people are looking to increase their word count, I'm actively trying to reduce my word count during editing. Why? Because we live in a fast-paced world that's full of distractions, so people's attention comes at a premium. And once I have someone's attention, I like to make sure they get as much value for their attention as possible. That means people can consume more of my content in less time, and it also means that they learn quicker as well. You'll rarely see me use more than 2 sentences in a paragraph, and that is by design. Look at this sentence, for example. I was able to reduce it from 26 words to 16 words while saying the same thing. That's a 40% increase in attention efficiency, and I actively optimize every piece of content for that before I hit publish. It's all about packing in as much quality with as few words as possible, and your readers will love you for it. In fact, I've got a challenge for you. I want you to pick one of your most popular pages and then optimize it with these SEO copywriting hacks in mind. It won't take long for you to do, but you'll see the benefits almost immediately. And if you want to learn even more copywriting hacks, head over to my blog and read the full post now. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and get more great videos like this one. And if you're going to take me up on my challenge, let me know in the comments below.